Welcome to our journaling session for fears and worries during pregnancy. So I advise you to come back to this journaling exercise several times. If, for example, you have certain fears related specifically to your pregnancy and growing your bub, and if you have some related to birth, so this can apply to both. And I invite you to focus on one fear or one worry for each session, okay? So all you will need is either scrap paper or a journal. If you use scrap paper, the advantage is that you can just throw it out after. You can even burn it on your balcony or in your garden if that helps. But if you want to keep it, then obviously your journal is also a good choice. I'm going to grab my journal here. So first we are going to make a list of all our fears and worries related to pregnancy and birth. So you can take stock and see whether you need to come back to this several times. Okay. So the first question is, what fears and worries do I have relating to pregnancy and birth? Or in other words, what am I scared of? Okay, so now I invite you to pick out one of them, and if there were several, and we'll work with that in the next questions. Okay. So the next question is, where in your body do you feel this fear or worry? Next, how intense is this fear or worry? So you can either describe the intensity, you can give it a score from 1 to 10, whatever works better for you. question. What is the story you make up in your head about this fear or this worry? So, do you accept the fear or worry? Do you try to resist it? Do you tend to get lost in it? So, describe what goes on in your head and how you deal with this fear. Question, and always if you need more time you can just pause and continue with me after. But the next question is, do you tend to share this fear or worry with other people, or do you tend to keep it to yourself, and why do you think that is? And then lastly, what do you think would help with accepting this fear and potentially moving past it? So would it be more journaling about it, talking to someone about it? Maybe you want to look up more scientific evidence or information. Maybe you want to talk to a healthcare professional about it. Or maybe you just want to exercise sitting with it and seeing how it feels in your body and just sitting with that feeling, so you can accept it. Maybe a combination of some things. These are just some ideas, of course. So yeah, last question is, as I said, what would help you to accept this fear or worry? Okay, that's all for the questions. I just wanted to mention that if you do feel like you have extreme anxiety or fear, it is worth flagging it with a professional, I think. This is more for the kind of more common fears and worries that are not taking over your life, but that are present in the back of your head. But yeah, if you do feel that your fears and worries make it difficult for you to get through the day and do daily tasks, then that's a sign that you do have to contact a professional, which I am not. And yeah, but I hope it helped. And I do also have affirmations and meditations for pregnancy that relate to fears and worries and finding more calm. So I suggest those at the end of this video, and you can also check them out in my affirmations and meditations playlist on the channel. And I wish you all the best for your pregnancy, despite fears and worries that are a very normal part of it. And I wish you a very good day. Happy pregnancy. Ciao!